All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to a very, very special live stream. I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Jason Entertainment
Come on.
himself. Jason, how you doing tonight, man?
Thank you so much for that, man. Oh, man, thank you so much, man. You're so kind. I'm doing really well, man. Like I'm very excited for this. Ever since I knew like you're a Sonic fan, like just like bro, like I need to do this video. Like I can't wait to talk about this because like it's something so dear to me, Sonic, and I'm pretty sure for you too. So
We bonded almost immediately. As soon as we found out we both love Sonic, we're like, oh,
immediately we're like, bro, we need these videos. Like we
linked
need
up
this at least
immediately. Yeah.
immediately, man.
So we're, just to give you guys a preface of what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be ranking. I put every Sonic game in the thumbnail, but you already know that we probably won't cover every single
Yeah.
Sonic game. It was just the ones that we could come up with. We're gonna be going through ranking them using the good old fashioned tier maker. But before we jump into that, Jason, tell me about your history with the Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, so also before I forgot, just thank you so much for having me on your channel, man. Like I really appreciate that. It was for a long time I wanted to meet you finally, so it's so glad to collab and do stuff like this together. And as for your question, so me with Sonic, I started with Sonic Adventure. That was my first ever game. I will say that was my standard as well. So you're gonna notice maybe sometimes I'm gonna be biased with some stuff because for me Sonic Adventure was the standard point. Like so that's why I'm like I didn't start with Sonic the first one. So yeah, Sonic the Adventure was my first game I played of Sonic, and then I went to play the other retro games, the other games that came out later. And honestly, Sonic has just been like a huge deal for me. Like honestly, I know people really love Mario, but I've always been a Sonic fan. I didn't own a lot of Nintendo consoles as well, so yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely a Sega and Sonic fan. Yeah.
Absolutely, that's
What,
awesome.
what about you, Jonah? What?
Yeah, so for me, I've got to say, I actually can say I started with the first one, the Sega Genesis,
All
Sonic the
right.
Hedgehog. My grandma actually set it up for me when I was a kid, and I was like, "Oh, this is so much better than Mario." Just like with you, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so much better." And from then on
Nice.
out, I was hooked. I consumed all things Sonic, and
Yeah, me
even
too.
now, as a mid 20-year-old, I mean, I watched all the movies, I played all the games, did my research on Sonic lore, if that's even a thing with the IEW
Yeah, me too.
comics and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Yeah. So I've been a Sonic fan for a very, very long time. And it's not gonna stop.
No.
This is the kind of thing that I want to carry generation to generation.
Oh
So
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
my daughter unfortunately has joined a Sonic household, whether she likes it or not. So so let's go
She
ahead and
just at least to start with the blue hedgehog. At least, you know.
start there. We'll start there.
Yeah.
Looks like we got Toby in the chat.
Hey, what's up, Toby?
Toby,
All the
this
way from
man,
Norway. How are you
all
doing, man?
literally, this man is out here. It's like 1:30 in the morning, and he's still being a part of the stream. So Toby, much love, my guy.
Thank you so much, Toby.
So can't wait for this amazing team up. Yes, sir. All right, so let's answer this real quick before we jump in. I know you and I were talking about this before we went live.
Yep.
So this question by Sonic Speedo 7 says, question for both of you: who is your favorite and least favorite Sonic voice actor? This one is really tough, but actually I have an answer off the top of my head. I'm actually going to
Okay.
say Devin Mack from the Sonic Prime TV show.
That's your least favorite or
No, no.
your
Oh, I'm sorry. My most favorite is
okay?
Devin Mack from the Sonic Prime TV show. I feel like he's a nice combination of Ryan Drummond,
Yeah,
Jason Griffith, and a little bit of Roger Craig Smith all together. And I feel like
yeah.
he balances all of them really well. Least favorite, let's go Sonic Colors. The Sonic Colors version of Roger Craig Smith. Like is a little too whiny, a little too high pitched for my liking. But that's
Yeah.
my answer.
Yeah, it is true. Yeah. Well, yeah, for me, I did watch the Sonic Prime. I didn't finish it though. Okay, I will say my favorite for sure has to be Ryan Drummond. I mean, like I said, he was the standard. Like hearing Sonic for the first time with his voice, like for me, was already the standard of what Sonic should like feel like. You know, like a sound like. Sorry. I would say my least favorite. I mean, yeah, it is true. Like Roger Craig, like in, what was it called? This TV show of Sonic. Like people didn't really like the game neither. Is it Sonic Boom? I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, Sonic Boom.
Oh, it
Mhm.
was a bit annoying, but I did like him in the other projects that he made. Like I think it was either Lost Rings, and don't remember the others. I'm gonna actually say that the one that I just didn't like too much was actually Martin Burke. the one who made the voice for Sonic. The I mean, he's my least favorite. I'm not saying I don't like him. It's just like out of the five that made Sonic, I think he was probably the one that I kind of forgot about it from the Sonic movie. From the Sonic movie.
Gotcha. Yeah, honestly, those are really solid answers. So let's go ahead and.
Oh, by the way, what's up, Sonic Speedman? How are you doing?
Oh yeah. Gotta remember the shout out. And looks like he's a Sonic stream on a Tuesday. Heck yeah!
Heck yeah! Let's go. Of course, man. Of course.
Thanks for
Sonic
joining, Casey. 80s Kid says,
80s
"Sup,
Kid
Jonah,
90,
Jason?
what's up, man?
What's going on, man? We got the View with Drew joining us in the chat.
The viewer Drew. The viewer Drew said I think he's like 51 away from 1,000. So let's go, guys, man. Shout out to the viewer Drew. You can do this, man. You're almost there.
80s Kid says, I'm hoping we'll see Sonic's two siblings in the movie soon. Now, that's a nice reference from the 90s TV show. Yeah. I don't know if we'll see it, but it's always worth
That would be cool, yeah.
So, fun fact, this is my dad. So
really?
He is joining us in the chat. He's also a fan of Sonic. He's been a lot he's put up with a lot of my shenanigans through the years. So thanks for joining the chat. And my wife,
Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell, what's up? Oh, no, sorry, Sir Mitchell and Mrs. Mitchell, what's up?
Big Mitchell, Little Mitchell. Yes. So that is my wife. Hello, Hannah. Thank you for joining. 80 says my favorite Sonic voice actor is Jaleel White. Yeah,
he was like, if I have to rank them, I would say probably Burke, then Jaleel White, just because, like I said, like for me, ever since I heard Drummond, like he was starting to be the standard of the voice of Sonic. So that's why I feel like Jason Griffith did a terrific job with the voice of Sonic. And the other guy, Craig, right?
Roger Craig Smith.
Yeah. So I think like sometimes in some roles he wasn't really great, but I feel like maybe they impose him to make like a certain voice, because when you compare them, like I don't know, like there's something weird about it. Like I don't know, and it was really Sonic Boom where I'm like, wait, this is I didn't even know if he was the same guy. So that's what, to that point, that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure about it. But yeah, probably would be him third, second Jason Griffith, and the first one Drummond. But Jason Griffith and Drummond, like I'm really switching sometimes because they're so close together. The other, I think it's nostalgia more than, yeah.
Yeah, I totally get that. I'm a Jason Griffith fan myself. I love him. Which we have the Jay Shrayway in the chat. Let me tell you guys, this dude knows his Sonic. Him and I have talked about a bunch of Sonic stuff over the last couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
This guy is a true friend of the channel and a fellow Sonic lover. So welcome into the chat. We're gonna have some fun. He's Sonic 3.
Yeah, Justin is my man too. Like I'm gonna tell you something off screen, but yeah, with Jay Shray, we talk about something. And yeah, he was actually in the Sonic Symphony, which they were here. They were here in Canada, but I couldn't make it. Unfortunately, it was like exams period. But yeah, honestly, awesome thing.
He's living our dream.
Yeah, I know him.
Sonic. I love me a good Sonic movie.
Sonic
3. Okay, so is it December yet? Not quite.
Not quite.
Got Jeffrey Bowman in the chat. Hello, Uncle Jeff. Look, the whole family is showing out for the Sonic.
What's up, Alden Mitchell? What's up, sir?
For a Sonic video. All right, y'all. We're not going to waste any more of y'all's time. Let's jump right into the ranking. We're going to add this. We got our little tier maker right here. Did I put this on presentation mode? I did.
Yep.
Almost had a boomer moment. So let's bring this larger. And there's no rhyme or reason. Let's just start from the left and work our way to the right, if that's cool with you.
Yep, for sure.
So starting off with Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh,
we started with one that's very controversial. So funny enough, I never finished Shadow the Hedgehog. Like honestly, I owned the game, and I think after 2 hours, the game didn't like. There's a point in the game that I can't continue more because it, like, I don't know, like probably it's scratch or something. So I always got stuck there, and I never finished it really. So if you actually finished it, like maybe you would be better to put this one out, because this one.
So Shadow has a bunch of different endings, as a lot of people know who've played the game.
That's what I heard, yeah.
And when you're a kid just trying to play a game just for the fun of it, you can get bored pretty quickly. I know when I was younger, I couldn't get through it. And as an older guy, I was able to go back and revisit it. But even so, there's just so much that went wrong with this game. I see what they were trying to do, where it's like, oh, it's a Shadow game, so we're going to make it twice as edgy. And they kind of trashed his story from Sonic Adventure 1 or Sonic Adventure 2 and even Sonic Heroes. I don't think it does him any justice. I mean, the extra language, the guns, all that kind of stuff just felt like some moody teenager trying to act cool, when in reality it just felt like it was cheese grating, you know?
I mean,
I'm
like I
gonna
did like the premise of Shadow, like trying to put him darker and everything. The gameplay was fine, I guess, but yeah, when you like it's supposed to be canon, and that's what you said. Like it's just it feels random, like not even canon anymore. Like yeah,
I have an idea. How about we put it in section D for dark?
all right, yeah, that's
Because they
good. Yeah,
tried too
I'm
hard
okay
to be
with D.
dark.
Yeah, I'm okay with D. Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog in D. Sorry, Shadow
It's
the
nothing.
Hedgehog fans. Actually, one of my friends he told me, bro, I hope you guys are gonna put it in A tier because it's really good. I'm like, nah, I
Sorry to
don't think.
disappoint you.
Sorry.
All right, so that is a nice little segue. Speaking of controversial Sonic games, we have Sonic '06.
Ooh,
Ooh. Okay, so let me go ahead and just butt
yeah, yeah.
right in. So I actually have a slightly controversial take. I think Sonic '06 is a fantastic game that was released too soon.
Yep.
Have you played the Sonic '06 fan remaster?
No, no, yeah, no, that one I've watched some videos, but no, I didn't play that one. But it looks amazing, man.
I mean, so okay, the story's a little whack when it comes to all of the Elise stuff. You know, the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
if
yeah,
she cries, then she releases this, demon or whatever.
yeah.
But all in all, when it comes to how it respects Shadow's story and it respects, Sonic and Silver and the Iblis
Yeah,
trigger and all these different plot lines, they went a little dark. And I
yeah,
think it
for sure.
actually worked really well. It's marred by a bunch of terrible, terrible wait times. I know it took me like as a kid, like 2 minutes to get from scene to scene because of the stupid loading screens
Yeah, oh my
and the
god.
glitches were terrible. But now that they've been able to release some remasters from like that the fans have been working on, it makes the game actually amazing. And I wish that we got that at launch, but I do believe it's underrated.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Because I feel like Sonic '06, if you didn't have any bugs and stuff like that, it would have been probably like an A tier. Like because the music of that game, like almost everything was just what like me growing up as a Sonic hero, Sonic Adventure fan and stuff like that. I'm like, whoa, this is the culmination of what I wanted to see. It's just yeah, unfortunately, with all the I think as I heard, Sega were really pressured to to put out this game as soon as they could and stuff like anyway there was so much like so much drama behind the scenes unfortunately but I don't know like I mean
I'm gonna have to be like real with this one because if this was the remaster, it would be around A to B tier. But I
exactly
feel
that's
like
what I said like it would have been A but yeah I'm gonna go with C. Yeah, I'm down with C. Yeah, because I think it's way better than Shadow the Hedgehog. Like there's actually like a lot of stuff like good. It's just yeah some you can see it was they needed to put this out as quickly as possible and yeah it kind of shows.
it's unfortunate, but it is what
Yeah,
it is. And honestly, I think from then on out, that's when you started to see Sonic start to pivot. And
yeah,
Sonic is kind of known to have games that don't really have any rhyme or reason. And they always like introduce a new format and then they end up trying something new in the next game and trying something new and pivoting.
yeah,
And before you know it, Sonic's a werehog. So, it's things like that where they always try something new. But I feel like this kind of created a lot of panic in Sega. And we
yeah,
never
for
really
sure.
got consistency after that. And I just feel like the Sonic as a whole is worse off
Yeah,
for it.
because I don't even know how much they spent on this game because this game looks like it costs a lot of money. Like you have to remember that there was the downfall of Dreamcast. That's the first biggest like stone that happened to Sega, like losing the console war, like stepping out of the console war. And then like they bring like this huge game that was supposed to be like the game of Sonic and it was like just not well received. It wasn't like kind of a crappy like too much glitch and stuff like that. So I yeah, this really took a blow on Sega. Like, oof.
All right, so
That,
next up we've got the OG Sonic the Hedgehog.
for me, that
What you got?
like, all right. So I always thought that the first Sonic is really cool for what it was like at this time, right? But me playing it afterwards, I always felt it was an A tier. I always felt it was an A tier. Like I don't want to disrespect Sonic fans. Like it's just, oh, you're with me. Okay, thank you so much, man. Because because there's another one that I think it's S tier, but this one I kind of felt like it did everything they had to do for its time. But sometimes I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like I feel like there's if I compare it to the other games that I think will be an S tier, I'm like, I'm not sure if that's an S tier, you know.
Yeah,
So
that's the thing is like I feel like everyone as a kid plays the first Green Hill Zone and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever." But then you
yeah.
get to Marble Zone and it goes from
Oh,
being this really high high-paced, fast-moving game to pushing stones and just grinding the pacing.
I know, yeah,
And
that's why I'm like, yeah,
so I don't think it suits the game well, and it's not a great intro because the whole point of Sonic is to go fast. And what's the point of having such a novel concept in the early 90s only to have him immediately slow down in the second level or the second
exactly,
act?
yeah,
So I'm with you on that one.
yeah,
But
man,
also for the respect of what it did for the next generation of
yeah.
Sonic fans.
Damn,
Next up,
I was like, okay, Jonah is gonna tell me quit the quit the live
oh
stream.
no, I'm with you. So far,
But yeah, yeah,
we're
yeah.
very much in agreement. With that being said, though, I think Sonic 2 is still better than Sonic 1, but I think that it's still an A.
Me too, yeah, me too. I think it's still
Look
an
at
A.
us. Look at us.
You see, I told you, man. But yeah, yeah, me too. I think it's way better than sorry, way. It's better than the first one. I enjoyed it way more. But I think there's one that will go to the S for me at least. There's one of them that will
I
go
know
to
what
the
you're
S.
Yep. I think we're on the same page. But I think it did everything that Sonic 1 did well and improved on it. I feel like the stages were a lot more succinct. I think the pacing was a lot quicker and it took advantage more and more of what the game teased us with.
Yeah,
And I mean, it introduced Tails as well. So that's kind of a big deal. So I
yeah,
mean, shout out to Sonic 2 for giving us Tails. But yeah, so that being said, okay, this one I made a mistake. So I put Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles on here, but we both know that, it's kind of one and the
oh yeah,
same.
it's kind of yeah the same. Yeah,
So you want to take this one?
for me that's S tier.
Yeah.
That's the one
Yeah.
that I think
Yeah.
it should be S tier because I think like that's where they Sonic 1 paved the way, Sonic 2 improved in certain things, but Sonic 3 was the peak of what it should have been. Sonic, and also having Knuckles there, like honestly, this one is hard, by the way. It's really hard. Like playing with Knuckles is super hard, man. It's this one probably was the most frustrating one because I kind of had to repeat a lot of times. I was always like, I don't know, losing. Like even in the first level, sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I'm so bad at this. But it was really nice. Like the challenges, then also the stages. It was really like everything was cleaner. Everything was just nicer, and the story. Like I did like the story of Knuckles here. So yeah, so many great things that they made like from Sonic 1 to like I said, this is the culmination of what everything was supposed to be like, and this is Sonic 3. Yeah.
If I may,
Yep.
how crazy is it that we get such a great Sonic story and nobody has to say a single word?
I know, right?
How
Crazy.
crazy is that? Because I mean,
Yep.
you've got the plot line of Knuckles being swindled by Eggman and being gullible, but yet has a good heart,
Yeah.
and we see his him slowly turn as he realizes what Robotnik is up to. I think it's phenomenal. Like you said, I think that they do more with less.
Yeah.
Being constricted to the 8-bit or 16-bit format, I think they did phenomenal with Sonic 3. Also, it's pretty cool that the Sega Genesis had that little cartridge where you could play Sonic 3, but then they released Sonic and Knuckles, and you had to put that on top of the other disc in order to play with Knuckles and play the Knuckles
Yeah. Yeah.
storyline
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
because they were trying to get the original Sonic 3 out before the holiday season.
Yeah.
And so they ended up adding it. So that's like one of the first instances of DLC.
DLC. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Legit. Yeah. It's one of the first DLC we had. Yeah.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
crazy.
Are we about to go straight into some bangers?
Oof.
Okay, so Sonic
Come on,
Adventure 2.
I mean, I brought it here, man. The peak of the peak for me, man.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, Jason, take this one.
Look, even I'm a huge Dreamcast fast. Even this, man, the Dreamcast. So basically I started with this. This is like so. It's for you to buy some games. So you have like probably like 7 games in this, like where you play the Dreamcast, and like if you like one of them, you buy it. So that's where I went and bought Sonic Adventure. And all right, so this is where probably I'm gonna get some not hate, but just like it's a hot take because I know like how much Sonic Adventure 2 is so beloved, and I love it as well. But I always thought like Sonic Adventure was not perfect, but it was like what a Sonic fan wanted. Like it has you can play with all the Sonic characters. You have a great story. It's actually really dark as a story when you think of it. It's really dark. Like I don't want to spoil too much, but like I mean, like this.
Dude, it's like a 25-plus-year-old game. You can spoil away.
Right, so
Come on.
chaos, like
Yeah, chaos.
he breaks the whole city, man. the whole city is flooded. Like that's where you know like stakes are high, man. Like I'm like, wait, in a Sonic game, like you know, I always know that Eggman is there just teasing he's going to destroy whatever. But this one, I'm like, whoa, like Chaos really did it. Even Eggman, like you start to sympathize a little
Yeah.
bit with Eggman. I'm like, yo, what the hell? A Sonic game? The only thing I will say, it's like sometimes there was some little glitches. I won't lie about that with Sonic Adventure. Almost I love the voices, but sometimes they weren't really well synced with the
It's like,
animation. Uh, like they were like, "Whoa!" and it's like,
yeah,
I'm like, "What?" The
the mouth just like stretches like a horror movie where it's like,
yeah, or yeah, sometimes I think it was Sonic. Ah, and
yeah.
you're like, wait, why is it why is it taking so much time? But aside of that, it was really good. This the songs, like the literally songs with lyrics in this game are fantastic. It doesn't matter. Open your heart. I mean, like
Open
Crush
heart
40 was amazing, man.
is
And yeah,
or
like
was
so.
Crush 40 is still amazing, my dude.
No, but I
Crush,
mean with these ones, like because
oh
like
yeah,
Crush 40 with these ones, but yeah, they're still amazing. It's just like I don't know, like are they still doing like the Sonic songs? And yeah, they're still okay.
they're not doing new stuff, but they're still playing the old hits, which I'm grateful for because
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
they're
exactly. Yeah, the old hits are good, but I don't know like if they made some new stuff. But yeah, they're fantastic, man. So that's why I'm like, and also the stages were so well done. Like the stages, there's so many stages that I love in this game. So and also I did like the fact that it was a bit. I'm not gonna say open world, but you know, like you could wander a little bit in the city. It wasn't that great, but it was still something. You know, it was still something, and it was especially like the 3D era. That's where I'm like, yo, Sonic Adventure started. I mean, yeah, if you count Sonic CD, but Sonic Adventure really was the 3D era beginning, and I think they really went a banger here. So yeah, for me, definitely S tier.
I second everything you said, and I'm gonna also add that man, if you knew how to break the game by spin dashing and you launching yourself off of the platforms
Oh
and
yeah,
landing
yeah,
somewhere else in the city, and before you know it, you're halfway done with the stage before you
yeah,
can even
yeah,
blink.
yeah.
The fact that they gave you almost not a sandbox, but pretty darn close to be able to just go ham and just abuse the physics. I think they
Yeah,
meant
yeah,
to
yeah.
do that. They meant to do that on purpose.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, because like there's some tracks like clearly because sometimes like that that's where I don't know if it was a yeah probably was a bug, but also you have the ability. For example, the Windy Valley when you're doing like the whole there's a moment where the Windy Valley you're crossing wind because there's no more and because like the wind is so strong. I remember like you could cut that like if you spin dash you could cut that and like sometimes even when you're traveling sometimes you fall so that's why I'm like oh my god you have to go so fast so I think it was kind of meant to it. I don't know if it was meant to be but whatever it was so fun, man.
yeah.
So
So I agree with everything you said, but I'm also trying to butter you up a little bit because could I convince you to let me put Sonic Adventure 2 in the S tier, but as long as I can see that it's not as good as Sonic Adventure 1?
oh yeah no the
Okay,
Sonic Adventure
okay,
1 and
okay.
2 are in S tier. It's just for me I think Sonic Adventure is better than Sonic Adventure 2, which I know a lot of people think the opposite, that Sonic Adventure 2 is peak, and I think yeah it is really peak. My biggest concern in this game are the voice acting. I feel it's worse than the first one. I don't know what happened there, like especially with Knuckles. Like I love Knuckles, so I don't know what happened there. Like I felt like I don't know. I feel like the voice actors, like their voice are really low in the second one. Like and it for at least Sonic Adventure one, like they tried to sync as much as possible with like the voice and the animation. In the second one, I feel like they didn't give a damn. Like sometimes Knuckles is like saying like a whole phrase and you see like just one movement of his mouth. I'm like, what? I'm like, what's
So
going on?
that's a big reason for that was because of the translations, because they had to
Okay.
translate it from Japanese. And a
Okay, okay.
lot of things got missed and slipped through the cracks. So there's times where they actually say Japanese words in the American version,
Okay, okay. I
which is
see.
so bizarre. And like you said, it doesn't serve it justice and it's very distracting when you come back to it. As a kid, you don't really care.
Yeah, no, as a
Um,
kid you didn't carry on.
but we're looking at it, hindsight is 2020.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know why, but I keep thinking about how some of the characters had their own like music in the background, or like, you know, if you're
Yeah,
Knuckles,
yeah, yeah.
the guy in the
Knuckles
background's like,
especially.
yeah, my name is Knuckles, I like to dig, I'm searching for
Yeah.
treasure, and I'm also reflecting on my past, you know, like random hip
Yeah, yeah,
hop.
I know, yeah.
um but I thought just a random thought that was really cool. And yeah, I'm trying to think of the big selling point for me is Sonic Adventure 2 is the fact that it chose to go so dark with
Yeah.
the story. I
Yeah.
mean, Maria Robotnik getting shot by a gun agent, Gerald Robotnik getting killed by a firing squad.
Yeah.
I mean, just things that you would never think to see in a kid's game.
Yeah.
And I think that the storyline, personally, I think it's a little bit better than Sonic Advance just because I think it bounced a lot more. But I also agree that they let a lot slip. I think, pardon me, I think the voice acting was definitely a little off. I think the vocal coaching that they got was a little weird.
Yeah.
But I think Ryan Drummond is still a fantastic
Oh yeah,
Sonic
yeah, yeah. He
from
was
one
good. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
two. Being able to team up and having different stages. So I know like you have the speed stages, you have the
Yeah, that was
light
cool. Yeah.
stages, you also have the treasure hunting stages
Yeah, the
and
treasure hunt. Yeah.
the tank stages. Tank stages I didn't like as much, but I like that you had a lot of variety and a big roster of characters to play with.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that it does a fantastic job of just being a quintessential Sonic game because Sonic games are almost never perfect,
Yeah.
but they have heart, they have charm, and also the fact that we have not got a Sonic Adventure 1 or 2 remaster is criminal. Downright criminal. If we can get it for other things,
I
what's
know,
going
man.
on?
I know, man. But yeah, honestly, like I don't want to sound like a Sonic Adventure 2 hater. I love that game so much. I will admit it took me some time to understand it a little bit because I will admit it's harder than the first one. Sonic Adventure 2 is way harder than the first one, like in terms of gameplay, stage, especially like oh my god, I remember Rouge and like she's a
Yeah.
treasure hunting with Rouge in the jail cell. My God, that was so hard because like you have a runtime. But I like that, like I like the challenges and everything. So and also like they did the same thing as Sonic Adventure One. It's just in a different way. In Sonic Adventure One, you have like these bits of stories with each character, sorry, and that was so cool that you can pick them up and piece together the stories. Like for example, me and Jonah, we're here today. We're doing this live stream. What is Justin doing right now? He's having his own event. So that was really cool, to see like that aspect. And in Sonic Adventure 2, they do the same thing. It's just in a different way. Now you can't really choose it, but you have either Team Dark, I believe, and Team Sonic, right? Something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that was really fun, man. That was really fun to see that because especially Team Dark, they always had like some stuff behind. And also, I did like the fact that, for example, if you play with Sonic in I don't know a level, then when you go with Shadow, like there's some stuff you can unlock of what Sonic did, and that was really cool also as well. So you revisit, they make you, they make you like they kind of force you in a sense like to revisit those stuff so you can have some better gears and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, so ironically, I'm gonna jump in real quick. So Jay actually said best soundtrack for me is between Sonic 06 and Frontiers. Him saying that reminded me that I forgot to turn on the background music for this live stream. So thank you, Jay, for subtly reminding me, even though you wouldn't have known. But thank you. So now I got the background music going, so it's not as much dead space. Oh, also, yes. So Jay, he said, missed some of the stream, but have you guys played Project 06? We were just talking about that when we were talking about Sonic 06. So even though it's in the C tier right now, we are talking about how much Project 06 made Sonic 06 the quintessential Sonic game. And if that was one we were counting, it would be up in the A tier.
Yeah,
because
probably A to even S, probably.
Yeah.
Like fighting S tier, like because So yeah, that's when like they really
they had something.
Yeah,
it was the what is it?
Like his world is probably the soundtrack that people listen the most of Sonic. Like his world, most of the stuff that we listen are always coming from Sonic 06. Silver the Hedgehog was really a selling point. Sonic 06 again, like so many great things came from Sonic 06. Just yeah.
Dude, so one of my favorite scenes from Sonic 06 is when Shadow and the gang are all cornered and was it the bad guy?
Mephiles?
Mephiles? I think it's Mephiles. Where he's like, wow, my alarm's going off. So Mephiles is like, are you willing to die fighting or something like that? And Shadow's like, I will, he said, if this is how I'm butchering this so bad, but he's like, if this is how I'm meant to go, then I will fight like I always have, surrounded by my friends. And he takes off his inhibitor rings and goes ham. That was so dope.
Wow, yeah, that's really cool, man. Yeah, no, definitely. It had some amazing potential, man.
All right, so we're moving on to Sonic and the Black Knight.
So this one I didn't play. I just watched some gameplay. It looked actually really fun, but this one I didn't play yet.
So I'll take this one. So I played this one for the Wii, and I thought that they did a pretty fun job of using the controls, and the game that immediately follows this, I think, did it worse. But I think Sonic and the Black Knight had a very interesting story. You know, as a kid, I was like, oh, dude, Sonic's got a sword, and he's, you know, with King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. It was just something that I had never experienced before because I had yet to experience the storybook series that Sonic was currently doing. And I enjoyed it. You know, as a kid, I have not revisited it as an adult. So I'm actually going to be more critical of it because of that. And I have the rose-colored glasses from when I was a kid. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this in a solid
C tier or B?
Yeah, yeah. Next up is Sonic and the Secret Rings.
This one is on the Wii, right?
Yes, yes. So this was technically the first of the storybook series, where this was something. Was it Aladdin or like Alibaba and the 40 Thieves or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Okay. I remember this one. This one I didn't dislike it. I thought it was fun, just not memorable. That's how I felt. Like I don't remember it too much, so that's not a good sign.
Oh, Jason, I got you. Let me hang on.
Yeah, go ahead.
The motion controls suck.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it one more time. The motion controls sucked. They were so bad. Okay. Anyway, whoa, hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. I think that's what tanks this one for me because the story was also very cool. And this is when I think Jason Griffith, as the voice of Sonic, was really coming into his own.
Yeah.
But it was so hard to play. I remember as a kid, I wanted to throw my controller against the wall. So I don't know. Did you play it?
Yeah, I did play it. I know I never finished it because I didn't own a Wii for a long time. But I remember, that's why because I remember it was I was a bit younger, you know. So that's why I'm like, wait, why didn't I continue? I'm not like now I'm remembering. I'm like, yeah, true, Wii. It was like the little control, like, oh, you fuck it,
little
man.
Forgotten memory.
I'm like, fuck it, yeah, true. That's why I'm like, oh my god, it was kind of hard because the premise was actually very interesting. Like it was actually. I was kind of invested in the story, but just the controls was it was really hard to play. Now I remember it was really hard to play.
I'm putting it in D for do not plan on playing again.
All right.
Speaking of do not plan of playing again or plan to play again, we have Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric.
I never played that one, and for people told me to stay away from that. So is that true or not? Just they're overrating.
So this was Sega's way of trying to revitalize the Sonic franchise. And they're like, what better way to vitalize the Sonic franchise than to give them a whole new look? And let's just say that they took the route of the original Sonic movie, which they were like, hey, people are wanting something different. Let's give them something different. But it's not what we wanted. And Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric was such a terrible course correction when they didn't need a course correction. The game is glitchy. The story is very bare bones. The gameplay is just the most basic. It's boring, and I don't want to spend more time on this, so I'm putting this in a solid F.
Yeah, no. I remember the character designs themselves. I'm like, what they did?
You give him a handkerchief around his neck. Okay, cool. Like
Knuckles. What the hell, Knuckles? The Sonic. Yeah. Everyone was just looking so weird. I'm like, nah, I can't play this. Like this looks like a parody, man. This doesn't look like. At first I thought it was a parody, like people were just making this up. Then I'm like, wait, it's Sega doing this. I'm like, oh my god, what did they do, man? Come on.
I will say the Sonic Boom TV show, I know we talked about it a little bit off camera, is low-key hilarious.
Really?
Have you watched? Okay.
No, I didn't. No.
When we finish this, if you have any free time tonight or tomorrow, look up on YouTube, type in Sonic Boom TV show most like crazy moments or funny moments.
Yeah, okay.
Do funny moments. They are so like balls to the wall hilarious because they break the fourth wall. They make a lot of adult jokes. It's like they told all the voice actors to just go ham and have a good time. So
okay, that's cool. Okay.
Has nothing to do with the game. The game sucks. All right. So next up, we are rolling into Sonic CD. Any experience with that?
Yeah, I did play this one. Yeah. I did play it for my university project at one point. Yeah, it was crazy.
Wait, when did you get to play Sonic games for university?
Yeah, so fun. So I had 1 year in cinema, and they had like an extra class where you could take like something off program, but it has to be adjacent with cinema, right? Or with art, sorry. And I took a video game, so I had two classes of video game, the history of video games, and then I had I don't remember what it was, like Oh yeah, video games and cinema, and that's where I had to play Sonic CD, which I don't remember what's the correlation with cinema and Sonic CD, but whatever. I was just like, oh, you know what? Because I never owned a Sega CD, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play a Sonic CD finally. And I thought honestly it was actually really cool. I did like it, but I didn't play too much. I played like maybe 3 levels, and from because that was the goal, like not to fully finish the game, and I don't think you can finish it like one. Yeah, it's really hard. It was actually really hard, but I think I would put this like probably B tier. Like I thought it was actually pretty entertaining. I don't know about you. Do you think B tier is fine, or you would put it higher?
I think that's a great idea because I think Sonic CD is not as good as. Ooh, hang on. I think Sonic CD might be better than Sonic 1 though.
Really? Okay.
Ooh, because it had a really cool idea of going back and forth between the past and the future.
Yeah, I
And
did like
also
that.
it was a lot more colorful. I think the levels were a lot more interesting than Sonic 1.
Especially remembering that aside of Green Hill of the first one, then like you said, it becomes kind of weird. Like it doesn't become like it's not like the Sonic like gotta go fast and
No.
speedy. You know what?
So
Yeah,
let's do this. Let's sneak this down. We'll put them at equals. How about that?
okay. I was about to tell you then let's put it in A tier, but okay.
Well, actually, yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's spread some positivity. Let's pop
Yeah.
both
Sonic
up
CD,
there.
yeah. Because
I
it's
like
actually, I think it's actually underrated. Sonic CD is actually a very underrated Sonic game because it's Sonic X on DVD.
So 80s kid, I just looked it up. It is
Yeah.
on Blu-ray, I believe. So if you're wanting to get a hold of that physical copy, it is out there.
Which actually Sonic X is the story of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Huh? Yep.
It is, and that's also where we get introduced to Jason Griffith.
Yep. Jason Griffith, yeah.
One of the goats.
D sounds right. For which one? D sounds right for what? For Sonic CD?
I bet you it was Shadow because I saw it pop in when we were talking about Shadow.
Okay, yeah, Shadow. Okay. I'm like, whoa, Sonic CD, D, nah.
No.
Yes, thank you. Yes, man. Yes, it's so underrated. Yes.
Best soundtrack for me is between Sonic 06 and Frontiers. Sonic Frontiers clears. We're going to be talking about that soon, Jay, so stay tuned.
Yeah. Sonic 06 definitely. I would add Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Like, I mean, like we always hear like a lot of their soundtrack. And yes, Frontiers, I did listen to some of them and I do like it a lot.
Bangers. The Sonic 06, I will say the main theme where it's like the dun 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 dun. Sorry, I butchered that, but it stuck in my head.
His world, it's a fantastic.
Mr. Mystery. Okay, so we did cover that. Yeah, his world at Sonic Symphony had me tearing up, dude.
Yeah, I listened to that. He was like, "Oh."
I was like, why is he living my dream right now?
I had to stop. I had to stop because I'm like, Jay, like I'm gonna be like just
cry.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry. Like I wanna go see Sonic Symphony, man. Like fuck, man.
The closest one for me is like 3 hours away, and we just couldn't, like, ticket wise and time wise, we just couldn't.
Yeah, me too, exactly. Yeah, me too. Like they came in Toronto, but yeah, ticket wise was like 115, and but I have to take the train, and then I have to also especially schedule that because like I'm not gonna go to Toronto for one day and just gonna come back. I'm gonna be so dead, so I have to go to a weekend probably. Yeah, it was just complicated.
Don't mind me just crying in a corner. Now I'm depressed. I don't know what this was implied to or applied to, but yes, facts.
Sonic Boom is
the darkest timeline.
Oh my god, man!
I wish we could actually. I mean, it's technically not a part of canon, but
yeah,
I just hate that it exists.
Yeah, me too, man.
All right, so let's jump back into this. Sonic Colors.
Oh, this one for me, I like it so much. I don't want to overhype it, but I think you know what? If I have Sonic CD in A,
I say A.
Colors would be A. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah. I think Sonic Colors is kind of a back to basics a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like the wisps as much. I think that they're kind of a little gimmicky, but I appreciate the fact that there's something new. But I don't know if the wisps necessarily work for me. I think that the speed boosting is done very well. I think the atmosphere is really dope. I think the like Eggman Land and all that kind of stuff is really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool, yeah.
Unfortunately, it gave us is that the game that gave us Baldy nose hair, where Tails is interpreting one of the wisps and he's like, it says it's something like his name is Baldy nose hair. And I'm like, all right, look, come on.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
But that's my thoughts. What do you got?
Well, I mean, like I like the concept. I really love its colorful. The soundtrack was so good. Reach for Stars, I think it was like the
Oh
main one.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh
that's such a
yeah.
good song, man. That's such a banger. So yeah, honestly, like but now I'm thinking maybe it should be B. It's just like comparing to Sonic One. It's like I had so much fun with this as well, like the same as Sonic One. So that's why I'm like, yeah, if Sonic One is in A, I think Sonic Colors should be close to the first one and Sonic CD, for example. So yeah, I think it's really good A. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed that game. I don't think it's the best game of Sonic, like not there, but it's really enjoyable. Like I don't there's not too many things I don't really like about that game. So I think it's in the spot where I'm like, this is a chill game, a fun game. Like I don't think it goes beyond that. I don't think it goes darker than that, you know. So
I think I'm putting it in B, to be honest.
for the only thing, yeah, the one thing you mentioned, yeah, probably a B,
I
yeah.
think it's like you said, it's chill, but it doesn't really. I don't think about Sonic Colors when I'm
Yeah,
thinking about Sonic games. You
yeah.
know, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I agree with B, yeah. Yeah, B is fair, yeah.
all right, so, but man, it's close to A with Reach for the Stars. Oh my gosh,
Oh my god,
that's that alone isn't almost
yeah.
worth
Oh my
bumping
god.
it.
I'm gonna
Yes. All right, so Sonic Forces. Ooh,
I didn't play this one. This
ooh,
one I haven't played it.
I got this one. Sonic Forces is booty cheeks. It's so bad.
No.
Sonic Forces promised a lot. So it promised an apocalyptic wasteland where Eggman had won. Sonic is pushed to
Oh,
his
wow.
limit and is potentially facing extermination for him and all of his friends. And
Wow, okay.
that is not at all what the game gave us. It is extremely bare bones. I know the whole create your own character customization thing got a lot of people hyped. Excuse me, but I just I think that they sold us on something that the game didn't provide. And they even had this one scene where they're like, oh, Sonic's been kept in prison and he's been tortured for months by Eggman. And then you get there and Tails frees him. I think it's Tails or Amy or one of them. And Sonic's like, yep, I'm good. I'm chilling. And it was like, I thought you were being tortured for months. So there's very much a lack of continuity. And you could honestly hit the speed boost button on the controller for the whole game and you'd beat it. So it's
Wow.
extremely easy. There's no challenge. It's more of the nuance of playing as your own character. And I think because it promised a more in-depth story than what we got, and it actually let me down, I got to put this in F tier just
Yeah.
from experience.
So which one is worse? Do you think a Sonic Boom or I think based on that premise, I think Sonic Forces would be the worst because I actually promised on something that was never completed, right? Like
Yeah,
what you said, right? Yeah.
I'd say so. I think they're both equally garbage, but if I had to pick one that actively let me down, it would be Sonic
Yeah.
Forces.
Damn. Because yeah, the premise is so interesting. Like, yeah, I never even thought of like what if Eggman won, you know, like yeah, wow. That
All right.
sucks because they had some material there. That sucks, man.
So let's jump into some more positivity. Sonic Frontiers. Have you
This one
played?
I haven't played it yet, but I know
Oh,
how much people love it a lot, and I
oh.
can't wait to play this one. But okay, is it true? People told me though that it's a bit boring. Is that true? Like
All
because
right.
it's so open that sometimes like you don't have nothing to do at one point. So I'm gonna listen to you. And I can't wait to hear what you said about that.
So Sonic Frontiers is basically a big tech demo. It's basically Sega going, we are going to go balls to the wall. We are going to try something so new. We're terrified that it may not go well. So we're going to make it a little broken, a little unfinished, but we're going to try something that we've never done before. And if the positive reception is strong, we're going to make more.
Okay.
And I think that's why a lot of people find that it's boring because there's a lot of open worlds where you can kind of get lost and there's a lot of pop-in textures where graphics will just pop in. There's some creative
Okay.
decisions that didn't sit quite well with me. However, what it did do well was it gave us this phenomenal open sandbox because as a kid, all I wanted to do was just be Sonic. And sometimes the levels were a little bit limiting because your job is to just go forward, is
Yeah,
just
yeah.
speed. But what if you wanted to explore and not have it be something like Sonic Unleashed, which is more of like a hub world, Werehog, slow down scenario?
Yeah.
I want to legitimately explore as Sonic. And it gives you so many opportunities to just not only break the game, but just try so many different things. and the boss fights are phenomenal with some incredible music. The story is surprisingly very heavy, and this gets a lot of hate from a lot of longtime Sonic fans, but the voice acting is very mellow. Sonic, Roger Craig Smith, is very chill. He's very kind of almost feels like a Sonic that's dealt with 20 to 30 years of burdens, and he's just very tired and overwhelmed. And I loved it because it shows Sonic growing up. You know, it shows him kind of realizing that he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders and he's doing his best to keep pushing. That's the Sonic I love. And that's the Sonic that I think is very appealing to someone like me who's in my mid-20s and is almost growing up with the character. Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, they all do the same thing where they're all more reflective, and I think it bodes very well for the story. So I don't know if you like, if you're planning to play it, then don't have you looked up like any spoilers or anything?
No, actually, no, nothing. So yeah, I tried to
if you're planning on playing
some gameplays, and that's what I wanted to see, like the gameplays and stuff like that. I know now there's some DLCs, I think. Knuckles,
you can play as everybody, Knuckles, Tails, and Amy.
Okay,
but cool. I do recommend do not look up any cutscenes or anything like that, because now if you were not planning on playing it, then I would say excuse me, spoil away.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, because this looks so good, man. This looks like really, at least for a Sonic fan, you have to play it at least once in your life. You have to try it, man. So that's why I'm like, no, I have to try this. So, S tier, okay.
S tier for me. S tier.
All right, S tier. All right.
If you play it and you change your and you have a different opinion, we'll have a follow-up live stream and argue about an hour and a half.
All right. But now it hypes me even more to see S tier, because like, yeah, that's a heavy list there. S tier.
All right, Sonic Generations.
Oh, this one, this one I grew up liking this more and more time has passed, the more I'm like, this is solid for me, at least. This is solid A to maybe even S. But I don't want to go too far, but yeah, for me it should be somewhere in the S or A. Oh, you agree with me? S tier?
Yes, S all the way.
Because like it's this is the perfect way of, because I think it was Sonic, like, they kept releasing some for example, on the GameCube there was like this Sonic where they had like the older Sonic games and stuff like that, so they keep repeating those stuff. But like this one, I felt like they really did a great job of like capturing, like, first of all, like it's so crazy that they went back to almost all Sonic lore. They recreated some of the most iconic moments in Sonic Adventure 2, and almost all the games. And I don't know, they combined it so well. At first, I will admit that I thought it was okay at first. Like maybe when I started to play Sonic Generations, I was like, yeah, this could be like B. It's fun, but I kind of feel like I was afraid it was nostalgia bait. But the more and more like the years pass, and I'm like, oh, this is really good. Like they really did a fantastic job. Like I could play Sonic Generation and feel all the nostalgia from all the years, but done well. And that's why I'm like, oh, that's why I'm like, this should be A or S. So yeah.
And I am with you for the exact same reason, which is why I put it at S, because I am a huge fan when games or movies honor the past without either changing too much or staying mediocre. And I think what Sonic Generations does amazing is they take the stages from the previous games, but they give it their own twists. So like when you're playing as modern Sonic, you can see Chemical Plant Zone from a 3D perspective that you've only seen from 2D, and they completely invent new stages. So they're paying homage, but in a way that feels fresh and new. And
especially for everyone too, like, it feels like for every gamer, like for 2D generation games or 3D generation games. So that was really cool to see, like the two perspective, like you said.
Seeing the Sonic 06 levels, seeing the Sonic Adventure 2 levels, I mean, it just gave me this nostalgia hit that didn't feel cheap. And to be honest, that might be my favorite form of content. That's why movies
I love it.
Well, like movies like Sonic 2 makes me so happy, because they honor the stuff that came before it, but they weave it in to the movie, in that case, in a very great and well thought out way. So Sonic Generations is an absolute S tier.
I'm glad you said S tier. I'm like, I'm not sure about this. Let's go with A just in case.
No.
What are you doing?
I'm with you.
I love Generation. Yeah, it's I don't think I love it as much as the others, but like it's a sweet spot for me. And I'm like, yeah, I can't deny what they did. The amazing job from everyone that worked on that game. And
Bravo.
Yeah.
All right, so Sonic Lost World.
I didn't play this one. This one I haven't played it yet.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I did not play Lost World as well, so we're
All
gonna
right.
put that. I haven't played. I know that it's a Super Mario Galaxy ripoff,
Okay.
unfortunately. So I didn't really have any interest in it. It also came out on the was it the Wii U or something like that?
Okay.
And I never had that, so
Yeah,
I
me
never
neither.
got around to it.
Chad, what do you think? Sonic Lost World. Where would you put it? S, A, B, C, or D, or F? If
Good
it's F.
question. Yeah, if there's anybody in the chat who's actually played it, because a lot of
Yeah.
people I've talked to haven't even played it. So if there's one of y'all out there, then let us know. All right.
Ooh, okay, let's go. This one. This
Yeah.
one.
Let's have a discussion. So you got this.
All
Tell me
right,
what
so
you got.
this one, honestly, I've been seeing in my whole life that this one is D tier, F tier. No, man, like this is probably the most underrated Sonic game. Look, it's not S tier for me. It's not S tier, but it's just like I don't think it's a D tier. Like it's so criminally. I don't know. People like to trash this game so much, and I'm like, bro, the concept was actually really well done. I played it on PS2, so I don't know if there was some glitches on the other consoles, but in PS2, as far as I remember, I didn't have really issues about that. At least, playing as the what was it, the werehog? What was the
Yeah, the
name? Yeah,
werehog.
werehog, yeah.
Hmm.
Playing as him, it was so incredible. Just the first stage alone is just a piece of art, man. Like the first stage where you're in this big city. Oh my god, that was so incredible. Like it was very fast. Like everything that I wanted from Sonic, it was that. Like very fast. You know, like some very colorful stages and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I was really sold. The story was actually pretty interesting, but I don't remember it that much. So maybe that was one of the weakest point for me, at least. I do remember some of the bits of the werehog and stuff like that, but I will admit like that's one that I'm like, wait, I'm kind of trying to piece the story together a little bit. But yeah, I do feel like, look, this is not an S for me. I think it's like probably a B or even A, because I think the gameplay is actually really well. There's some great, again, endless possibilities, some great freaking music in this game as well. Yeah, honestly, the gameplay, I really like the gameplay, and switching with the werehog was something new, something like creative, something new. Yeah, people will say that this doesn't has nothing to do with Sonic, whatever, man. Like the Black Knight has nothing to do with Sonic, and it was still like a creative choice that, like that's a problem. Like if you don't like these type of stuff, that's fine, but you still have, like, nobody's touching Sonic Adventure. Now you tell me they take Sonic Adventure and they put knights. Okay, that's another thing, but they're just creating a new content here. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I don't have any problem with the werehog. Like it was actually really cool. It's a new concept from a new game, and I thought it was actually very well done. So
I think the Sonic levels of just normal Sonic are some of the best
yeah,
speed levels in any Sonic game.
yeah.
I do believe that the werehog slows down the pacing, and for me personally, it did not work. I like the concept, but it didn't wow me to the point where I was like, "Oh, this is amazing." I
Yeah.
got bored. I thought it was repetitive, but the speed
I
boost
will
levels
admit,
of real Sonic kicks all the other levels out of the water.
yeah, the werehog, I will admit, yeah, that's something that slows this game. Yeah.
Also, the opening cinematic, I don't know if you remember that. Do you remember the opening cinematic? It is the best opening cinematic in all of Sonic
The
history.
werehog, right?
No, oh, like the whole open. Can I play that? I kind of
Yeah,
want
go
to
ahead,
play it.
because I wait. I'm
Hang
trying
on.
to remember it.
All right, chat, y'all gather around. Let's sit around the campfire. Let's
All right.
watch this as a
So
group.
this might be probably the best opening of a Sonic game. Let's go.
It is the best in my
All right.
opinion. All right, so let's get this pulled up. Let me grab this. Oh, not me. Okay. All right. Let's watch this together.
All right.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Or it looks like there's no sound.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, we could just watch it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like there's no sound, but at least you can get an idea from the
Yeah,
visualization.
yeah. But the visual are so stunning, man.
I know.
Ooh.
Mind you, this was made in 2008.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
2008. Yeah, so we might as well just provide commentary over the top of it. I just love the fact that it's so smooth. It's so incredibly smooth.
Yeah. My God. Yeah. Oh my God. Oof. Nice, man.
Again, like
Ooh.
supersonic, let's
No way. Oh
go.
my God.
Well,
Nice.
look at how they visualize this. Look at how they portray this. Like, how incredible is this?
Oh, that's so beautiful, man. Oh, Supersonic looks great,
Man.
man.
Like,
Damn,
even
man.
so, look, even from a filmmaking perspective, this is shot incredibly well.
I like it, man. It's really good. Yeah, I will admit, like this has to be one of the best Sonic intros because like so far I'm just like, whoa, this is amazing, man.
This is like, so I'll skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, so Eggman captures Supersonic. So this is the amazing plot twist is that it was his plan all along to get. Why does that look like a? All right, never mind.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you go. All right,
Sorry,
all
that's exactly where my brain went. But no, like how cool is that? That this whole time Eggman was playing the fool, and he got Sonic to turn into Supersonic so he could steal all the Chaos Emeralds from him.
That's really dope because usually like he's always outsmart. Like people always outsmart, especially Sonic. He always outsmart Eggman. So that's really cool that now Eggman, like he had a plan. You know, he had a plan, a wise plan, and he tricked Sonic. Yeah, no, definitely that's a really nice intro, man. Wow,
So
I really dig it, man.
sorry we had to pull away from the actual
Yeah,
content for a little bit, but I had to get that off my chest. That was such a good intro.
it's really good, man. I really love it so much.
I gotta figure out how to put sound next time, but oh well. So I'm
The
gonna say,
gameplay itself, like I would like to put this in B tier, but like
yeah,
for what they did,
I gotta say, so, oh, this is so hard, dude.
because
This
like
is so hard.
the problem is like Sonic Unleashed, the highs are so high and the lows are a bit mid, you know.
But the lows aren't low. The lows are mid, like you said.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's why I'm
A,
like B
A,
to A. Okay,
A.
let's go with A. Okay, let's go with A. But one thing for sure, it's I feel like we're safe to say that this is really underrated. Like the
Yes.
hate I always hear about Sonic, like so, people even put Sonic Unleashed. I saw sometimes they even put worse than Sonic Forces, for example. I'm like,
Are they tripping? They tripping.
wow,
No,
like,
100%.
whoa. I mean, yeah, I understand. Yeah, it is true with the Werehog. Sometimes I like the Werehog. Just yeah, the levels were a bit annoying. I will admit that. But man, it was still cool, man. Especially like not to be down there. At least D or F, C, B. Okay, I can understand. A, but yeah, A. I'm good with A. Yeah.
All right, so next up we got Sonic Heroes, which is also
Oh,
surprisingly divisive for a lot of people. So Sonic Heroes is about as integral to my childhood.
Sonic
Yes,
Heroes.
yes. And
Awesome.
I
I
know
love
my
this
dad
one.
I know my dad's watching in the chat, and I know this was one of the first games that my parents bought for me, and I played it so much, but yet fun fact, I have never completed it.
Really? Oh,
So
it is hard. It is hard
well,
to complete though.
yeah, so as a kid,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
were so many like the rail grinding was terrible,
Oh,
and Team Chaotix just pissed me off because like the fact that you have to have four different teams all, you know, you have to
yeah,
complete four different things with all four teams in order to get the final ending. As a kid, I just lost interest and I just was
yeah,
like, I'm gonna move on. And then when I got a little bit older, I ended up watching all the cutscenes on YouTube and I was like, okay, I can die a happy man. I know what happens now.
yeah,
But I mean, Sonic Heroes as itself is a novel concept of being able to team up, and it technically does carry on the plot lines from Sonic Adventure 2 with the
yeah,
whole Shadow being a clone,
yeah.
and
Exactly.
I
So
and the Metal Sonic, but I feel like once again, it was an ambitious idea that was hampered by a lot of glitches, a lot of game breaking just set design that didn't really work for me, where it kind of got confusing sometimes where to go. That
Yeah.
stupid pinball level with Team Rose,
Oh my god. Oh
hated
yeah.
that.
Oh my god. With Team Rose. Yeah.
Yes.
God, man. Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents. I think it's still a good game. That's kind of I cover up for it a lot because of my nostalgia, but that's
Yeah.
just
Me
where I'm
too.
at.
Yeah. So yeah, me too. I was about to tell you. Look, for nostalgia, this would be an S tier for me. For nostalgia. Now, if I have to be objectively wise, because this is the point. Also, we have to also check like what the game is, and unfortunately, this game is so good. The concept, the music. Once again, the music. Oh, they're fantastic.
What goes up must come
Must go
down.
down. Man. Oh, Team Chaotix also. Team Chaotix. Na, 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 na. So the music are so good. But you know why this game is hard? I don't even think it's hard because it was meant to be like that. It's because it glitches way too much. Like so
Yes.
many times I died just because like the stage weren't
Just yeet
completed.
it off the side of the stage. Just
Oh, yeah, my God, I hate that. Also, like but it had some great concept ideas of stages as well, like the Mystic Mansion,
yep.
where oh my god, that was fantastic. Where it's upside down. I'm like, oh, that was so brilliant. Honestly, the pinball, I like it so much, but at one point you get bored because you can't pass through it, and you're like, bro, like I want to get out of here. But luckily for us, the soundtrack was good. If not, I would have been so pissed because the
Mhm.
soundtrack. I'm like, okay, I could stay here for a while because the soundtrack is so amazing. But man, like that's the problem with this game. So many glitches. Like it was so hard. It was hard because yeah, the game is intentionally hard, but so many glitches made it so hard, man. Like harder than expected. And so honestly, I would still say like with all the efforts that they made, I would still say like I think Sonic Heroes should be an A tier. I don't think it's a B tier. Like I think because like it still has a lot of look, this is supposed to be the trilogy, with I don't consider it as a trilogy, Sonic Adventure 1, 2, and Sonic Heroes. I think Sonic Heroes went a bit down. But it's just like, all right, so first stuff, you put levels of difficulty. Like you put Team Rose, I believe, was the easy one, then Team Sonic, Team Chaotix was always something different to do, and Team Shadow was like the hardest one, right? And I think, like I said, the stages were actually really the ideas of all of the stages were so great. Like, you had a lot of stuff to do. Also, it was really great to have like in one stage, you need, for example, sometimes Knuckles to break some stuff, or you need Tails to fly you with him, or you need Sonic to go faster and stuff like it. So that was really cool. So that's why I feel like putting it in the B tier, I'm like for me, B tier is like it did the job, but it wasn't great. This one, I feel like it would. Until today, we still remember Sonic Heroes for a lot of stuff that they did well with Metal Sonic. Also, like you said, the story of Shadowland. Now, Rouge, I think Rouge was it no, not Rouge, the robot,
E123 Omega.
but that version of the robot, it was Omega, yeah,
Yeah,
Omega. So
E123 Omega. Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. There was a lot of great things about Sonic Heroes. I know maybe I'm putting it a bit too high because again, it's nostalgia.
Oh,
Like I said, if it was nostalgia, I would have put it in S immediately. But yeah, with all those glitches, yeah.
so look, before when I was setting up this list, I predetermined to put it at B, but you convinced me that I am going to let my nostalgia go crazy. I'm throwing all logic aside, and so I will agree with you and pop it at A. I
All
think that
right,
makes
but I mean,
sense.
like, what would you put it in B? Like, what was the things? Because also, like I said, maybe I'm going a bit of nostalgia here as well, but
No,
I
yeah,
would
I'm
like
with
to
you.
hear your
I'm I'm
thoughts.
I'm totally with you. Nostalgia wise, I got to put it at A. I just think when it comes to the actual gameplay, I think it was very repetitive. I think it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
one of those things where actually I'm skipping around to go to the comments, but Jay put it perfectly when he said Heroes was ambitious but too early for its time,
yeah.
and it would be
Okay,
a
I agree
banger
with
if
you.
it came out today. I
Oh yeah,
agree, and
definitely.
I think that we just we jumped the gun a little bit, and that's why I think that practicality wise it's a B, but I'm just like you said, we're having fun. So nostalgia wise, I have no problem popping it in an A.
All right, all right. Let's. I mean, yeah, that's why, yeah, I agree with you. If we talk about like the gameplay itself, yeah, it should be a B because of all of those glitches. Like, I don't even think so. Like I said, Sonic Unleashed, I didn't have any problems, at least that I remember. At least
No,
this one,
not to
oh my
that
god, like
level.
so many times I was about to throw the control just because I thought it was my controller, but no, it was like the stage, especially the rail one. Oh my god.
Again, that's why I never finished it as a kid. That's one of the Sonic games I never completed.
Yeah. So you know what? Yeah, let's go with B. Yeah, let's go
All
with B
right,
because yeah, Sonic Unleashed was a game that
more
was
polished. It was more
yeah more
polished.
polished. Yeah, so let's go with a B.
So I think he was commenting about Sonic Unleashed or Sonic Heroes that I played a lot as a kid.
We
Yeah,
were too
between
busy trying to get out of
Sonic between Sonic Heroes and Lego Star Wars, that's all I played as a kid.
Really? Favorite Sonic villain minus Eggman.
That's
Oh,
gonna
for me,
be
Chaos. For me, Chaos.
yeah. I would say mine is a cross between Mephiles or Metal Sonic.
Oh yeah, Metal Sonic too. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right,
Definitely. What about you, Justin? What is your favorite Sonic villain game aside of Eggman, of course?
Shadow doesn't count. He's an anti-hero.
Yeah, true.
I
Yeah.
know Jay, isn't Shadow like your favorite Sonic character as a whole? Pretty sure.
Wait, who's your favorite character of Sonic lore?
Knuckles. As a kid, it was
Wait,
always
me too. Knuckles. Yeah, me too.
hey,
Always
let's
Knuckles.
go, let's
The
go.
knuckle rap in Sonic Adventure. It was
Oh
like
yeah,
what here I come, Knuckles, online Sonic, I don't chuckles, I rather flex my muscles. And just the
bars,
stage of
bars.
finding the Chaos Emerald pieces was just fantastic, man.
Yeah,
I really love that so much. Like to the point that I never wanted to finish like the stage. I'm just like, "Oh, whatever. I'm just chilling here. I'm gliding. I'm
it's a
I'm like, oh,
vibe. It's a vibe.
yeah, I really love it. Oh yeah, Knuckles. Yeah, that's why I'm so excited for Knuckles. I'm like, oh, this is a show. I'm so glad he has a show. I wish he would have had a movie, but it's okay. A show, it's fine too. The only thing I will admit is I don't want Knuckles to be too goofy. You know that's the only concern because because Knuckles is not really a goofball. He's just way too serious. That's why he's funny. You know, but yeah, that's the only thing I was a bit scared for. That I'm a bit scared for the show, but hopefully they'll know how to handle that.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty good peek into, or pretty good opportunity to just to take a quick segue into the Knuckles show because I'm in the same boat as you, where I'm a little bit more hesitant because I feel like they're going to focus more on Wade than Knuckles,
Yeah,
but I think it's going to be more for practicality wise because it's going to be more expensive to
yeah,
animate Knuckles than it is to have a human character on screen. So I feel like Wade is going to get a lot more of the spotlight, and I'm a little concerned that Knuckles is going to get pushed off to the side. And it sounds like early reviews are confirming that. So I'm
mhm,
going to withhold judgment until the actual, until I get to actually see it.
yeah.
But I trust Sonic Team and I trust
Yeah,
Paramount.
me too.
However, I since this isn't going to be an actual mainline movie, I'm okay with it not going anywhere because it is a TV show and it really doesn't have to do anything crazy. Just don't suck, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like I'll
legit.
enjoy
Yeah,
it.
just don't suck. Yeah, just don't ruin Knuckles. And I don't think so. Chaos. Hey, let's go to J Street. I was so hyped, Jack. Finally released an action figure. Oh, really? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah. I saw that last year. It
Well,
was really dope.
let's bring some Chaos love because I feel like people don't talk about Chaos. Like I almost never hear Chaos, and I'm like, Chaos like was because not only he was a villain, like I don't even know if I should call him literally a villain because he was like tormented a bit. Like there was like so many lore of Chaos. That's why I'm like, whoa, it's really crazy. But he was probably one of the only ones that literally brought chaos to a Sonic world. Like bro, like he almost destroyed he literally destroyed the whole city. It was just crazy. And I'm like, oh my god, imagine you have that in live action, like bring chaos in live action.
Oh, dude. Well, so Sonic Frontiers does help a little bit with Chaos's backstory. I'm not going to spoil anything,
Oh,
but
great.
you
Okay.
actually you learn some more about Chaos in Sonic Frontiers if that's
Okay,
get
cool.
extra incentive for you to check it out. Knuckles will be kind of filler for me if they don't introduce another character. Rouge, SBO, or even Metal needs to be acknowledged. Yeah, I'm okay with it being filler as long as it's not actively detrimental. So if
I,
they introduced a new character, cool.
I mean, I did hear that Knuckles will kind of tease those Sonic 3. Like, I'm probably sure like the last episode will tease
Yeah.
something of Sonic 3. That's where I'm like, I don't know if they should put a cameo there, like Rouge, for example, if she's there, right? Or someone else. Honestly, I really don't have any idea what they should do with Knuckles. But yeah, I'm a bit with Jay Shrey. Like, I think it's kind of a filler for me.
Yeah.
Like
And
you
I'm
said,
okay with that.
don't suck. That's the only thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, looks like we got Katie in the chat.
What's
Hello,
up, Katie?
Katie.
How are you doing, Katie?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so let's
So
go ahead.
I didn't cut up what Justin said, the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Because the producers are saying they're going for Avenger level, so it's time to start planting seeds for other characters. Yeah, so that's why I think like Knuckles is the good opportunity to do that. But like don't be Avengers Age of Ultron. That's what I don't want Knuckles to be. Just plant seeds normally. Like tease I don't know. You can look. Wade could say, "Oh, I heard like there was some robbery with a bat or whatever," you know. And
Yeah,
there
yeah,
you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
There you go. You have it already. You know, like Rouge is gonna come. There you go. Something like that.
Let it age like a fine wine. Just take your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Take your
Exactly. Yeah.
time.
Because like I'm pretty sure like after Sonic 3 we could have more Sonic. I don't I unless it's so garbage, which I don't think so. But
No.
yeah,
Yeah, the future of live action Sonic is in very good hands, my
yeah,
friend.
that's what I'm
Very
like.
good hands. All right, so let's get into a little bit. It's kind of a lightning round, just because these are more of like side games.
Yep.
So let's start shooting these off. So we got Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing. I've played this, but I have less of an opinion about it, unless you got something.
So me too. Like I did play this. Like I don't remember if I finished it. I will say that I really enjoy more the first one than the second one. But that's because like I did play a lot of the Sega characters that are in that game. I did play a lot of their games. Not everyone. There was some new characters for me. I do feel like I don't know because Transform. I don't know. Like I just found it was the concept was cool, you know, they transform in a boat, whatever, but I don't know, at the end of the day I kind of found it a bit boring, to be honest. But this one was really cool because like they were really bringing the like Sega All Stars, like literally like Sega characters and stuff like that. The gameplay was really, it was simpler, and Transform they kind of tried to go bonkers, and at the end of the day it was again just a simple mechanic. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not, I wasn't that sold, you know, like the premise sold me more than the actual gameplay. But honestly, Sonic and Sega All Stars, I would say this is a B tier. I didn't dislike it. I thought it was really enjoyable. What about you? Do you think that's B is fine, or you would put it lower?
This is one of those ones where I trust you. I have very little
Okay.
opinion on it. I thought it was fun, but that's about it. So if you think it's a B, we rocking with B.
So for me, B, because of the gameplay is good. At least it's a finished game. So at least, sorry, Sonic Heroes more polished. But yeah, but honestly, yeah, it was, for me. It was more the nostalgia of having Sonic, no, Sega. Sorry, not just Sonic characters, Sega in general. So it was so nice to see Shenmue. I think it was Rio, his name.
Mhm.
Another guy. So it was cool. As for the sequel, I think it's, yeah, probably a B, but honestly between a B and C, because I did find it very repetitive with the first one. So yeah, I don't know where to. I guess B, C. Let's put it in C.
Okay.
No, the sequel.
Oh, the sequel. Do I even have
Transform.
that one on here?
Oh, maybe not. Okay, it's
Oh,
fine.
I
It's
guess I
fine.
don't. So we'll keep it in
That's
B,
okay.
but hypothetically, we'll
Yeah,
put
yeah,
that
yeah.
one in C.
All right, right.
Oh, Sonic Free Riders.
Have you played that one? Sonic
Yeah, I'm
Riders?
gonna put that one in a solid F.
Really?
Have you not played it?
No, I just played. I have the other one, Sonic. So they gave me this as a birthday gift. So I just played this one. I never played the Free Riders. I always wanted to play, but I don't know. People told me this one was way better. Way
Oh,
better.
we'll get to that. But
All
let me
right.
tell you, Sonic Free Riders for the Connect is horrible,
Oh
dude.
my god,
Like,
Connect. Oh my god, no.
so Sonic Free Riders, I think, was released as as a Connect game,
All
and
right.
the response times were so bad in the game. The story was abysmal because they didn't really have in-game animations or cutscenes. It was more of just like stock pictures of the
Oh,
characters with text boxes, and
oh my
that
god.
was
Okay.
already rough. But on top of that, oh my gosh, like if you're trying to jump, you have to physically jump. And if you have to like grab rings, you have to like reach out like a crazy person. And most of the time it doesn't register your movements. So you're throwing your
Oh,
body around all over the place trying to get it to register. And it just leads to more of a hard time. And I'm old. I don't want to pull my back out. You know,
yeah. Oh my god. I didn't know about that because I
yeah,
know the PS2 version. Well, you don't really have those stuff.
no, 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 no.
So yeah, I was trying to find it on PS2, but I was like, whatever. I have zero gravity already.
Yeah,
But
I thought it was a Xbox Connect exclusive,
I
unless
don't
I'm
know.
tripping.
Wait. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you have the wait. So Sonic Free Riders. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm the one who's tripping. Probably. Wait. Oh yeah, you're actually right. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's an
so,
exclusive.
so what is the first game of Sonic Riders Zero Gravity? Is this one? Because I know
So
there's one game before this, and I never
yeah,
played that one.
yeah. So you're talking about Sonic Riders, just the regular
Okay, so
first
it's
one.
just Riders. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
it's
no,
just
you're good.
Riders.
You're good. So that's a good thing. That means you haven't heard of the third one. Good. Let's keep it that way.
There's
Don't
a
even
third
worry
one.
about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the third one.
that's the third one. I
Oh,
want
okay, okay.
I
Sorry.
no,
Okay,
no, no,
okay.
you're good. I want you to take that game out of your mind and
All
throw it
right.
away and never think about it
Oh my
again.
god. Okay,
So,
okay.
we're gonna move on.
All right.
Garbage. We're all good, man. All good. So that being said, let's jump into Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. I have a lot of love for this game. I
Oh,
know a lot of people don't like it as much as the first one. I personally loved Zero Gravity. I unlocked everything I possibly could in this game. I played it for hours and hours and hours as a kid on the Wii. And I loved the Babylonians. I loved the lore
yes.
behind that. Like I loved Jet. I loved Storm. I loved Wave. I thought they were amazing new characters. And for me personally, I thought it was a super fun time. What do you think?
Me, like, just you remember when you were saying like the openings?
Yeah.
I remember this one has a very nice opening, clean opening. I love it so much. I don't think it's the best Sonic opening, but it was so good. I'm like, this must be top five opening of Sonic games. Like, it was so good. And then you start with a banger of a main theme menu. Like that menu, I think I remember I just put it like that, and I didn't do nothing because it was so good. Yeah, no, this game. So I never played the first one, so that's why like I don't know like how it improved, but I know this one like I really love the gravity also aspect about it.
Yeah.
Like that's really cool where you have to do this, and also I like again the fact that you can be a rider, you can be someone who
Like
can
a
fly.
bite.
Yeah, and the other like Knuckles, I
Mhm.
don't recall what
Dr.
was
Eggman too as well.
yeah, exactly. So you have also like some variations, and that was really cool because all of the stages like have variations for everyone, and that was really cool. And based on it was really well balanced. Like it's not if you're like a fast like a fast character, that doesn't mean you will win against the others so easily. So everybody has their own growth, and I really like that. So there was so many things that you discover. Like every time I was playing this game, and at each levels, I always discover something new. I didn't know there was this thing, or I didn't know I could do this. So that was really nice. I never unlocked all the characters. There was only one character that I couldn't unlock, and was funny enough, it was a random character. So from all the characters that you can unlock, there's two robots that you can unlock: the normal robot and the master robot. I unlocked the master robot, and the normal robot, I did everything that Cheat CC and whatever they said to do, and I never unlocked that guy. I'm like, oh, whatever, it's just a normal robot. Whatever, man.
Huh.
It was really weird. I'm like, oh, I never finished it. I won 100% because of that, but whatever. But aside of that, yeah, I really liked it. Like the Babylonians, yeah, the story was really good, and like I really enjoyed this so much. The final boss was actually really interesting. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I never even thought we would have a final boss in this game. It was just like it's just a Sonic spin-off, but no,
Like
they really
Babylon?
took their
Like,
time and stuff like that.
yeah. So what would you say? Whew, would you say B, A? Like,
I would like to go A, man.
yeah, I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah,
you.
I would like to go A, man. Like
I'm
I
with you.
don't dislike this game at all. Like it's just really fun, man.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And
I
I
will
got
admit though, playing two players though it's a bit hard because like you have the split screen. I
oh,
remember when I used to play with my friends, it's so colorful that sometimes like well, that's what my friend told me. He got like kind of blind, so I don't know if that's a true well, not blind, but like colorblind, whatever.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
maybe it could be difficult. I don't know. At least as a single player, I thought it was really interesting. It was really cool, and yeah, the story really captivated me. And um, also, I forgot to mention the stages. Like you have the regular stages, and then you have the Babylonian stages, which it's like going to the opposite direction. I thought that was really brilliant as well. So yeah, I'm glad to say A. Yeah.
A feels good. Now, I will say Sonic Riders, I'm going to put in a solid C because I have played the original one that
Okay.
also has a banger intro. However, this is going to sound like just me complaining. I'm going to sound like such a casual, but I hate the fact that in the first game, you actually have air that runs out for your airboard. So if you're
Okay.
extreme, yeah, so if it runs out, you have to run on foot, and you can gain air by doing tricks and by riding other people's
Oh, okay.
waves. And you can build up your air by doing that. However, if you run out, then you're stuck. A lot of players liked that because it gave them an extra challenge.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as a freaking 7-year-old kid who just wanted to have a good time, I'd get
Yeah.
so mad when I ran out of air and Sonic's just running on foot.
I love that.
So that alone is why I just didn't enjoy it as much as Zero Gravity. Because Zero Gravity, you have an endless amount of air, but you
Yeah.
can gain extreme gear through unlocks. So that is a solid C from me.
Oh my god, I miss so much that gear change, you know, and
Yeah,
you're playing gear change.
yeah, so
Oh,
dope.
you felt so powerful with every gear change you have. Oh yeah, and also I forgot that you could also like buy other like how you call this, like other rides, and that was really cool because all of the other rides come with their own gear system. So that was really interesting as well. Yeah,
So looks like we're coming up on Team Sonic Racing.
that that's the first one, right?
Is this the first one? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is.
Yeah. Oh no, no, okay, no. So that's the one where it's only Sonic characters, I believe.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that one I didn't play. That one I haven't played it yet.
We're gonna put it at C just because it's another racing game. It doesn't do much, but it also doesn't do anything in a negative way. So,
Okay,
why not?
all right, why not?
Next we have the Sonic Advance games from the Game Boy.
Yes.
All three of them. I bundled them all together for.
Right. So I played the first one and the second one. I didn't even know there was a third one. Um, I played especially the first one. Funny enough, like I played this in my computer because like I don't know if you knew this, but mini clips especially they used
Oh yeah.
to put like the especially the Sonic Advance one, and bro, that was so fun, man. But I did play it in the Game Boy version after, and honestly, the first one is such a banger for me. Like bro, it's everything that I wanted from a Sonic game. Like I just I just really like it so much. Like I don't have really too much negative things to. I don't even have a negative things to say. I don't think it's an S tier neither, but it does the job, man. The again, the sound is really good. It doesn't really glitch, at least not that I remember at least. Um I like the how you called it. It was hard. I remember like the like fighting Eggman was kind of hard, like especially like in the snowy level and the level after that. It was actually yeah, it was really a challenging game. So I don't know. I would say this is like B, something like that. But I don't know. What about you? Have you played the other ones? Like I said, I played one and two. The third one I didn't play.
So
So
I'm the opposite. I actually received Sonic Advance 3 as a Christmas present.
all right.
When I lived in California, and when I was a kid, I didn't play the first or second one, but I didn't care. I was having a good old time.
Yeah.
So I loved Sonic Advance 3. I thought that being able to switch between all the characters was super fun. I also thought that the
Okay. Nice.
colors were very eye catching, especially for the Game Boy.
Yeah.
It had just enough challenge to just be something that I wanted to keep trying to get better at. And I just think that the advance, as I just kind of going back and hearing other people's opinions of 1 and 2, I think that they're all a really solid group of
Yeah.
games. Like you said, B feels right just because it's not something I go back to. I have warm feelings because of my childhood, but it's
Yeah.
not
Me
something I'm
too.
like, oh my gosh, one of the best Sonic games of all time. So I think B
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yep. I agree with that. Yeah. B. Yeah.
All right. So looks like we got a newer game, Sonic Superstars. Have you played that yet?
No. No.
Me neither. Boop.
All right.
All
What do
right.
you
We have
guys think? Sonic Superstars. What do you guys think? Where would you put it? F, D, C, B, A, or S?
I've heard it's solid. Like I've heard it's
Okay.
solid. Did I put? Oh my gosh, this is criminal. Okay, I have got to add
What
this.
happened?
Hang on, I forgot to add something on here. Oh no 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 no. Hang on. So we're going to do this.
Do you know there's a game called The Murder of Sonic or something like that?
Yes, that's really good.
Really? Okay, okay. I was just thinking like the concept was a bit weird, but I didn't know it was really.
Yeah, I'm tripping. I am tripping.
All right, yeah.
I am
All right,
selling in
let's
every
go
way imaginable.
Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania. Let's jump over. Actually, well, let's tackle.
A Sonic Shuffle? All right. So again, Sonic Shuffle. Have it here. Have you played this game?
I have not, so you have the floor on this one.
All right, and I have a all right. So a hot take. Well, not hot take. Just let's hear me out. All right. So this game was a failure. All right, and it was a failure because people were saying that this game was a ripoff of Mario Party, which I won't deny. It is true. It is a failed attempt to be a Mario Party. Now, I think it's actually entertaining as well. Like it might not be as Mario because Mario Party is just way better. That's for sure. Like I agree with that. But I will admit that first of all, this was the first thing I played before Mario Party. So of course I had something already to compare it with. I still think Mario Party is way better than Sonic Shuffle. But like for having a fun time, it was actually really fun. Not all not all the like the little gameplays were fun. Not all the games were fun. I will admit that. But like for playing with your friends, 4 players, it was challenging, it was fun. The only thing, it's like, yeah, it lacks some stuff, I will admit. Like it's a bit slow. Like I said, some of the games are not really interesting, but there's so many variations that you could do. You could win with battles, you could win with precious stones. Yeah, so in this game, like, you can win with a lot of stuff. Like, if you have the most rings, you could win with that. If you fought a lot of battles, if you fought a lot of duels, so like there was always like something. Even though like you're far away, like you still feel like you could be in the game. It's just, I will admit that sometimes, because this game acts kind of so basically, if you don't know about this game, Jonas, so basically, like, we're 4 players. We're always stuck. There's a narrative, by the way. Like, you're going to a world that is going to be destroyed, so you have some certain amount of rounds before that world get destroyed. Or so in order for that world to like save it, you have to take some precious stones. And let's say you go to the maximum, it's 7 precious stones. And the thing is, like, it's kind of random. So for example, Jonah, I could be getting a precious stone right now. I get my precious stone, and the next precious stone is just next to you. So that factor is always, like, because sometimes, like, some, I don't know, the random factor. Sometimes I remember my friend, like, got 3 precious stones in like 3 rounds because it was next to him all the time. Like, bro, and he didn't do nothing in the game, and actually he won with that. So sometimes, yeah, I understand, like, it wasn't perfect, but honestly, for me, I don't think it's crap. Like, I know people say it's FD. I would put it in C because, again, it's a completed game. Not the best, I will admit, but it's very enjoyable if you know what you're getting yourself into. So yeah, C tier for me.
I respect it. I respect it. And it looks like
Sonic.
we are coming up on the final one that I totally didn't just add last minute. I swear I added it, but I don't know
No,
what
it
happened.
was there. It was glitching.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
just
exactly. Yeah,
I was too fast.
yeah.
So Sonic Mania. Can I put this in S, or do you need to talk me down to
No,
A?
yeah, S. Like,
Okay, cool.
I can't deny it. S immediately.
Sonic Mania is one of the best 2D Sonic games ever. I think that it's crazy that a group of developers that aren't even Team Sega or Team Sonic, the ones who made this, are fans. And they
Yeah,
made an incredible
crazy. Yeah,
project. I also love that Sega plays well with its fans, where they let them have a lot of creative liberties as long as they don't make money off of it. They let them do a lot of fan projects and remasters and all that kind of stuff. But having them commission this team to make Sonic Mania was one of the best things they could have done, because
yeah,
they tried a bunch of new things and it worked on every single level for me. I thought the gameplay was super fun. I thought the levels were colorful and creative. Studiopolis is one of my favorite levels, in addition to the
yeah.
music just being a banger. So it just hit all the right notes for me. And for that reason, I have to justify putting it at an S.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, like, honestly, like, yeah, the most beautiful thing, it's, yeah, people, it could have been you and me creating this game, and with such love, and just, they really knew what they, that's the difference when you have, like, people that really really understand the source material, that they really love it, they're so passionate about. And yeah, that's Sonic Mania, man. Look at that intro. That intro is so beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it's
God, man, that intro,
amazing.
like, it's just everything that you. Ah, man, Sonic Mania. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't have too much to add on this one. This is just a very very good Sonic game,
It
and
was
yeah,
made
these are S tier.
it was made by fans for fans, and that's the
Yeah,
best way to do it.
exactly.
And with that being said, we
Wow.
have our list. And honestly, I've been kind of just glancing over it. I like what we've got.
Yeah, yeah,
I
me
think
too.
this
Yeah,
is solid.
I think it's solid, but especially it shows you that not all the Sonic games are bad, because
No,
that's one of the traits people usually like to put to Sonic fans, like, oh, Sonic games are bad. Not that much. Huh? I don't see. I don't know if we're talking just by nostalgia. I don't think so. Like, we did try to be objectively possible as well, and I don't see. At least I don't think it's crap. Like, people used to say, like, Sonic games have only, like, maybe 2 great Sonic games, and then it's all mid to crap. I'm like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't I think that it's okay to enjoy things because of nostalgia. And I
Yeah,
think that's what carries a lot of us Sonic fans.
yeah, for sure.
So 80 said, I hope my boy Silver shows up in the movies as well as Amy. I could see Silver showing up in something like Sonic 4,
Yeah,
but I think Amy has a better chance of being in Sonic 3.
yeah,
But that's just my
yeah. Me
thought.
too. Like I think because people are talking about Rouge, I would be a bit disappointed if Rouge
Yeah.
is in
Yeah.
Sonic 3 and not Amy,
Yeah.
because like Amy is like one of the core four with Amy.
Mhm.
Like you can't have people before Amy, man. Like Amy, she's so iconic.
And she is quintessential to Shadow's arc in Sonic Adventure 2 because she's the one
Yeah,
that actually reasons with Shadow
yeah,
and convinces him to basically switch sides. So I think she's key.
yeah.
Jay says, did you guys ever get the 3 Chaos Chow in Sonic Adventure 2, Hero, Dark, and Neutral? I did
No,
not.
no, I did not. I think I had the dark and the neutral. Never got the hero though. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the
The
all of
Chow
the
Garden.
chaos. Yeah, the Chow and Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Yeah, that was really fun as well.
I was such a casual man. I played it as a kid. I was more like I think we talked about this before, but I'm a narrative guy. I
Yeah,
love the storylines. I love the lore. So for me as a kid, I was like, okay, I'm going to beat Sonic Adventure 2 and then just rewatch all of the cutscenes on YouTube for the rest of my life.
yeah,
And I did that for so many years after that. So I wasn't as focused on collecting everything. I just wanted to immerse myself in the story. So
yeah,
Jay says Smash Bros. Brawl is an honorable mention.
yeah.
Look, anytime I play that game,
Sonic gets such a legendary moment. Yeah. Oh
yeah,
my god. Yeah, yeah. In Brawl, yeah. Oh my god, that was crazy.
that's the
Actually,
new.
fun fact that I do play a lot of Sonic in actually Smash Ultimate. I do play him quite often. I like him so much.
Me too. Is he
Yeah.
the best character in the game? No, but is he
No,
fun? Oh, of course.
he the only thing I don't like playing with Sonic, it's so risky, man. He's too fast, and sometimes oh my god,
Just send yourself
side
just
B,
yeeting across.
and he's like he's going down like bro, no. I'm like no, come on. But yeah, I
He's,
like it.
it,
Who do you
he,
play in Smash? Like who are your characters that you like to play in Smash?
Meta Knight. I'm a big Meta Knight main.
Oh my god, Meta Knight in Brawl, he was so annoying, Meta Knight, and I'm glad now he's a bit, they fixed him a little bit, but yeah, I
Yeah,
like Meta Knight. He's really cool. Yeah,
and Lil Mac. I like Lil Mac as well.
my friend, he's a pain in the ass because he's so good with Little Mac. Like, oh my god, man, that I hate him so much sometimes because like he's really annoying with Little Mac. He's really good. Damn.
So it looks like okay. He says playing Superstars, and it's a B plus. Oh, what a coincidence! Who would have
Yeah, you
thought?
see, what a coincidence. You see.
If I can get a copy, if I can snag a copy of Superstars, I know they do a lot of deals on the PlayStation Store, so I'll
Yeah.
definitely have to snag it, and just at least try it, especially because it's multiplayer. Maybe I can convince my wife to sit down and play it with me.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not? Shadow Story is gonna pull heartstring in the film. I hope so. In your video, that's what you said. Maria. If I know they cast Maria, so
She
give me
must
that.
die.
Yeah, she must
She
die.
must die.
She must die, man.
I s- they have so, especially casting Keanu Reeves as Shadow. I think he has the depth to pull it off. I
Yeah.
absolutely believe he has the depth, and
Hey, can we
they
talk about the voice cast that they brought up? Like Ben Schwartz. Why am I bugging?
Colleen O'Shaughnessy.
Yeah,
What's the
for Tails,
tails?
right?
Mhm.
And also you have Idris Elba and now Keanu Reeves. Bro,
Who
that's
would have thought? Like, I feel like we're Paul Rudd in the Hot Ones episode where he's like, "Look at us. Who would have thought? Not me."
yeah,
Because
I
like,
know. Yeah, not me. No, I never
like
thought that.
when Sonic, the first Sonic movie first came out, who would have thought that right now we'd be seeing just this incredible roster that's continuously being added to?
I know it's
What a time to be
crazy.
alive!
Yeah, no, I'm really glad for that. Meta Knight is goaded and OP. Yep, but he's really good. Actually, from Kirby universe, I play a lot of King DDD.
Hmm. So you're okay. Okay, you're one of those guys. Hold up. All right, I've lost to so many of y'all. Oh my gosh.
The high jump, boom, and but the side B people tell me it's like the worst thing they don't like. I'm like, well, it's not good for me because you can throw me that back and I can die easily because that thing really hits a lot.
It
That
does.
side B, oh my god, it's so risky. But yeah, King DDD, yeah, with a with the
With the
chaos
chaos.
show, you had to leave the GameCube on for like 12 hours, and in the chaos Chaos Garden, and they would reincarnate into a second egg. Oh, I didn't know about that.
I trust Jay because if there's
Yeah,
one
yeah,
guy
yeah,
who knows
yeah.
his Sonic stuff, it's Jay. It's
Because
definitely Jay.
did I do that for the Dreamcast? I don't remember that. It's just I remember I played so much that did I don't remember doing that though for the Dreamcast. So I don't know. Maybe yes I did, and I just don't remember. But yeah, I remember it was a long process, and I remember I keep losing in the Chow because you have to raise a Chow, especially in the first one. You have to raise a Chow, and then you do like some Chow races, and I kept losing. Like my Chow was going well, and then like out of nowhere he turns out of nowhere. I'm like, bro, like the no, finish the line. What are you doing? I'm like, oh my god, man. So yeah.
It's
I'm
Snake and
Snake
Sonic.
and Sonic.
Mad
Hey,
respect.
oh my god, Snake. Oh, bro, like they are so annoying, man. Like, like you're trying to fight them. They're trying to. I'm not saying you, Justin, but like the Snake guys I've met, like you're trying to fight them. They ran up and little there's like a bomb there. I'm like, oh my god.
Look, we're not judging you, Justin. We're not judging you.
No, not you, Justin. I'm pretty sure you play well, but the some of the guys I met, oh my god. So I'm like, yeah, but yeah, usually I play, yeah, sometimes Sonic. I don't play too much. Like my main guys are Cloud, Final Fantasy, Toon Link, which I really appreciate a lot. Toon Link in recent years, and DDD. Those are the three that I mostly play a lot. Yeah.
Mad
Oh, and
respect.
Lucas. I love PK to ice people. That's so annoying when you play multiplayer. Oh man.
All
I
right,
take
80
it.
says,
I
who
take
you
it
got?
back. Schwartz is my favorite Sonic voice. I forgot about Schwartz. When I was ranking, I'm not. I don't think he's my favorite though. What about it?
I don't take away from what he's done. I think for celebrity castings, it's about as good as it gets.
Yeah,
Um, I think that they had to get a celebrity in order to sell the movie.
yeah,
But I think that Ben Schwartz did phenomenal. I think he's doing phenomenal.
yeah,
But
yeah.
when
He's
it
doing
comes to
phenomenal.
overall depth, I think I would definitely have him in like the third or fourth slot. Has nothing to do with him
Yeah, me too.
at all.
But I understand why you say he's your favorite because yeah, he's really good, especially
Mhm.
for a live action. I think he brought really the Sonic vibes that I was looking for.
Absolutely. He said Kempea definitely wasn't supposed to leak Keanu's voice casting, or else they would have dropped the trailer immediately. Yeah, dude. Like,
Wait, he
I
leaked
don't
it again?
know. Well, so no, he leaked about the voice of Shadow being Keanu, and that's how it all started. So I can almost guarantee you that Paramount's like sitting outside of his house with like a sniper rifle, just like waiting for him to leak something else because he
Oh
wasn't
my
supposed
god.
to leak it. Like the voice of Keanu, I'm assuming was going to be revealed with the trailer.
Yeah.
But since that didn't happen, that kind of forced that might force them to drop the trailer potentially earlier than expected, which I'm not complaining. Drop the trailer. I need that Sonic 3 trailer
Yeah,
injected
me
into my
too.
veins when it happens.
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like, why?
I
Look, the
wish we
first
got a
time,
yeah,
like the
you're good.
first time when Campia leaked the Spider-Man thing, I'm like, okay, it could happen. It could happen in your life. I would have never done that. Like, I even if it's fake or not, I don't think I would share that. I would tell maybe, hey, people, by the way, I received. Look, because I have a friend who works in the industry, and I had the photos of Namor like already, so I knew how he was looking. I didn't share that to anybody because I'm like, I did tell my friends, yo, I'm just gonna tell you that I have Namor, and let me tell you, he's gonna look fantastic. Just trust me. But I'm not gonna show you because I don't want to ruin it for you. But trust me, he's gonna look fantastic. That's the only thing I said, and that was one on one with my friend. Like no, no live stream. Hey, and that's why I'm like, I don't know. Like, but like I said, I can understand it could happen to you once in your life, but now it's two times. Like,
I didn't want to have to hear it from him because remember when they
exactly.
announced Idris Elba as Knuckles and
Yeah,
they did it with the poster of just his glove. That
yeah,
was a dope official casting
exactly.
because there was
Yeah,
no controversy, no drama. It was just an awesome reveal. And I wish we got that with Keanu because I think the character of Shadow is almost larger than the character of Knuckles because of how much mystery has surrounded this character.
yeah, yeah, for
And
sure.
they had everybody waiting for so long to hear about it, only to have it leaked. I think it takes away from the announcement.
Yeah,
I think we're all still excited because I
yeah,
love
for sure.
Keanu Reeves as Shadow. I just wish it was done in a better way to drum up hype because, like Jay said, I think that they were definitely going to wait till after the Knuckles
Yeah,
premiere.
me too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were going because, like, for now, like, they're not saying what Chris, who's Chris, sorry, Kristen Ritter,
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure she's gonna be. I think she's gonna be Rouge. I don't have any proof for this, but that's just me speculating. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna wait for that. They're gonna wait to announce that because like the Sonic is coming in December, so they have so much time to promote this thing. So that's why I'm like, yeah, like Jay Shree said, like I'm pretty sure they were waiting. And but I didn't know about John Campia. I didn't know about that. It's been a while. I didn't watch his streams. I used to watch it a lot. It's not I don't like him. It's just I didn't have time to be honest. But damn,
it's
yeah,
it's, it's a shame that it had to happen.
yeah,
Then
man.
80s, I agree with 80s. He said, I really wish people would stop leaking stuff on their YouTube channels. It takes the excitement away. That's just the day and
Yeah,
age we live in right now with technology and the access that people are getting. We're unfortunately opening ourselves up to a lot of this stuff because we follow, like in my case, I'm subscribed to so many of these types of channels that
yeah,
it's almost impossible for me to miss this kind of stuff. Like not even as recent as 2016, 2016 to 2018, it wasn't this bad.
yeah,
It was harder to get access to this kind of stuff, but I feel like it's happening more and more where these people are trying to make a name for themselves. And then even if it's a true casting or a true leak, it ruins it for everybody else. But on the flip side, I'm not, an old geezer waving my fist
yeah,
at the
yeah, man.
world because I understand it's the time we live in. It just sucks.
Yeah. I remember like this is a fun story. Like I remember my friends used to laugh of me about it so badly because usually when I was so invested in the Marvel Netflix, Daredevil,
Oh
Jessica
yeah.
Jones,
Oh
bro,
yeah.
that was so good. Even Iron Fist. Like I mean, it's not great, but I was still invested. Because it was this whole shared universe. And I remember every time I knew there was a season coming, I remember I didn't have YouTube at that time, so I always shut down my Facebook, like always. And my friends were like, "Bro, like you literally like go incognito." I'm like, "Yes," because like what I hated about YouTube was like I go on YouTube, like let's say Luke Cage, like it premiered the same freaking day. I go on YouTube, like maybe like I don't know at 1 p.m. or something like that. You already well, yeah, 1 p.m. You already have like Diamondback versus Luke Cage. I'm like, bro, why am I? Why? And like in big letters. I'm like, what the hell? I don't even know who Diamondback is. Luckily for me, but I'm like, why? I'm like, oh my god. I remember Electra dies, but like, don't do that. Come on, guys, don't do that. That really sucks for people that didn't have the time to because people really, especially when you want to binge watch stuff, like you really need your time, to consume it. I'm like, no, don't do that. Like that really sucked because I'm like, oh my god, now I'm obligated to watch it like in one day, and yeah, and that's the unfortunate part. But well, like you said, it's the times we live in.
So Jay says, "Do you guys expect Crush 40 Live and Learn in the movie? I think it'll be played in the credits." So I think the lead singer of Crush 40 actually confirmed. Forgot his name. It slips my mind, but he confirmed that they got permission from Paramount, or Paramount got permission from them to use Live and Learn in the movie. I
Ooh,
don't think it's going to be in the credits. I think they actually are going to include it in the final battle
yeah.
in some way, but I don't think it's going to be vocal. Of course, it's going to be, audio only. And I think they're going to find a way to incorporate, whether it's an orchestral score, some way, somehow. And I know he
Um,
said maybe they'll get a more famous artist to cover it. I don't think they're going to get someone to actually sing it. I think they're just going to just have the audio.
at least I hope not. Like I mean, like people who love Sonic, they know Crush 40. So yeah, and it's Jun Seno, I believe.
Is it? Hang on.
Jun,
I'm going to look it up. I got it.
Yeah, Jun Seno, I believe. I don't know how you pronounce his last name,
Oh,
but
Johnny. Johnny.
oh, okay, my bad.
You're good. So Johnny is the Johnny Gioli, I believe. Yeah, he's the lead singer of Crush 40.
Okay, good. So yeah, no, no. I hope like we. Oh my god, that would be crazy in the final battle. Live and learn.
Or I'd lose my crap. I'd
Oh
lose my
man,
crap.
bro, like that.
Think about the whole theater like united together.
Oh
Oh,
my god. Oh man,
I'm here for it.
I would love that.
All right, man. Well, we
So
reached
that
the
was
end of all.
the comments.
Yeah, we reached all the end of the comments. We
All
did our
right.
ranking.
All
I
right, man. So, well, first of all, like Jonah, thank you so much for this, man. Seriously, it was really a blast. It was really nice to revisit some of the games that made us, the games that made us, that like traveled with us, like during this journey that we still are not finished, by the way. Like we're still going forward. And yeah, honestly, it was really nice. Thank you so much, everyone who tuned in the
yes.
live stream. Honestly, that was really nice to have. Justin was there, 80s kids from the 90s. I know Dark was there at the beginning as well. Speed was there as well. So
Mhm.
anyway, everybody, thank you so much. That was really good to have your thoughts of the Sonic games. And yeah, Jonah, seriously, like it's so nice to see people that love what you love. And it was so, first of all, I'm so glad that we were like almost saying yes to almost everything. And not that I don't like I don't like opposite how you call this, like opposite like ideologies. It's just like it was fun because like that's why I'm
We're
at the
melded.
instance, exactly the instance I'm like, I know Jonah is this guy, like, you know, at the instance I'm like, okay, Jonah is really in the same book as me. And yeah, it's really fun to have this Sonic nostalgia, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, but between you, me, and Justin, if you're still in the chat,
Oh, Justin
Jay
is,
Shrey, when
yes.
Sonic 3 comes out in December, live stream.
Oh
How
yeah,
about
for
we
sure.
we little discussion, little back and forth? I think that'd be fun.
You know, actually, I told this to Justin. So I was about to tell you this like off screen, but I actually told Justin, why don't we do before that? Why don't we do a Knuckles series opinion review live stream? It's
I'm not against it.
me neither. I mean, I
Let's
don't know if I'm gonna watch the whole show this weekend though, because
but
life.
yeah, it'll give us time. Well, it'll give us time to really take our time and go through it.
Yeah,
But hey, yeah, we can talk about it more off screen. But anyone
yeah,
who's
yeah,
still
yeah. But
watching on
yeah,
the live stream, hey, we got a little sneak peek.
exactly. But one thing I want to do with Jonah, and specifically, I talked to you about this. And so, guys, first of all, if you like me and Jonah collabing and talking about Sonic, well, let us know in the comments because we would love to, first of all, have other people like Justin, for example, talking with us about Sonic games or Sonic content. But one thing I told Jonah is why not ranking or at least give the top 10 songs of Sonic? And that I would love to do that probably next time on my channel, something like that. We'll figure that out because also right now I just wanted to say that I'm gonna take a little break from YouTube because now I have exams and it's gonna be really hard. But once I come back, we're gonna talk with Jonah and we're gonna see if that can work. But yeah, I would love you to be there, man, and
Yeah.
I would love people to tune in as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So as we wrap up, looks like we got 80s kids saying, yeah, there's two Justins in the chat. Heck yeah. We got some
Yeah.
Justins representing here tonight. Justin
Yes.
said, I'm down, gentlemen. Long distance handshake. Let's make this happen.
Yes.
Um, so before we wrap up, Jason, if you want to go ahead and just tell the people where everyone can find you, let's
Yep.
get this part.
All right. All right. So, what's up, YouTube? What's up, everyone? My name is Jason Entertainment. You can find me at Jason Entertainment 7122. I believe that's my. It's Jason Entertainment, but for some reason they put numbers as well. Yeah. So basically, on my YouTube channel, I do movie reviews. I do sometimes series reviews, like for example, Knuckles. Probably. I hope at least I'll have time to cover that. And also sometimes I do other topics like anime reviews or anime discussion, football. I really love soccer in North America. So yeah, sometimes I cover some Champions League or World Cup stuff. And yeah, that's about it. So you can find me at Jason Entertainment. Also, I'm on Instagram, Jason Entertainment One. And yeah, so thank you so much, guys. And tune in if you want to see some content. Let me know. Tune in.
All right. And then this is Jonah from the Cosmic Broadcast. You know where to find me. Cosmic Broadcast, Instagram, TikTok, maybe sometimes, not all the time. But yeah, so this has been a phenomenal time, Jason. Thank you so much for just taking the opportunity and the time to come hang out with me. This is the first of, many future collabs. I've really enjoyed
Yes.
spending time with you. Chat, thank you all for your participation. Thank you for being a part of this. It's just nice to know that there's more Sonic fans out there, and the more
Yes.
Sonic fans, the merrier. With that all out of the way, guys, we want to thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see